Well, better late than never, am I right? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Danny here, and after what feels like an eternity, I finally got myself a PlayStation 4, along with the new title in the series, Skylanders Imaginators. Like many, I jumped in on the Crash Edition. Well worth the effort. Now with the starter pack, of course you're going to get the Fire Creation Crystal along with Kingpin and Golden Queen. But if you've really got your eyes on the prize, you're also going to get Crash Bandicoot and Dr. Neo Cortex in the flesh. Actually, you know what? If you look in the back, I've got a lot on my hands today, and I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time, so let's get right to it. Of course, the first thing you're going to get is the game itself. Pretty basic stuff here. A portal of which to place your Skylanders on, and look at that, this is the exact same model from Swap Force. A character poster of which you can determine what you want from this game, someday Miss Tidepool, and a sticker sheet so you can figure out what battle class you want your Imaginator to be. Speaking of which, let's get right into the goods. First things first, here we have the Fire Creation Crystal. Look at this baby up close. That is some detail, and these don't look cheap either. You can tell quality effort's been put into them. Really loving the look of these crystals, and I await to see what I can create. I think this is where the sticker sheets come into play because presumably you put a battle class sticker onto the crystal, and from what I heard, it'll be forever stored onto the crystal. Not exactly 100% on this, but still good to know. Now that that's out of the way, we can now move on to the senseis, starting with Golden Queen. If you're familiar with the series, you can recognize her right off the bat, the big leader of the Doom Raiders from Trap Team, now in the palm of our hands. And the gold effects on her are second to none. Really loving the look of her figure here. And of course she's an Earth Sorcerer. Good stuff here. Good stuff. Next we have the first of the many new guys this time around, Master Kingpin, whom I've been highly anticipating, by the way. I've always had a fascination with penguins, and it's about time we finally got one in the form of a Skylander. That aside, this guy's looking pretty sharp. I mean, he's just awesome. A water brawler. Nice. Gonna be really cool playing this guy. With that, we're 2 for 2. Let's bring out the guest stars. Next is the madman himself, Dr. Neo Cortex. You know, I still can't wrap my head around that. Not only do we get Crash, but Dr. Cortex as well. And he is looking great. That's his good side right there. The only complaint I have here is that they really could have taken the time to color up his ray gun over there, but great work nonetheless. And he's a tech sorcerer. Kind of a questionable decision, but makes sense in the long run. And now the best for last, the long-awaited moment. This is Crash Bandicoot. Looking sick. I just love every bit of this. Looking great, buddy. Spyro and Crash together again. You know, these figures are huge. Actually, excuse me for a moment. Oh my god, he's bigger than T-Rex. Crash Bandicoot actually outweighs a giant, folks. And that's all we get from the starter pack. But of course, we still have all this in the back, so... For starters, we got us some creation crystals. Here's a water crystal looking awesome with its vibrant blue colors, and the undead crystal all dark and sharp. The detail on these crystals just blows my mind. They really outdid themselves with these things, and I highly anticipate putting them all to good use. Now let's go from the top row all the way down, beginning with Master Aurora, whom I can honestly describe in these words. Amazingly crafted, beautiful on the eyes, and with her gameplay in mind, she's probably going to be the best sensei of the lot. If you're wondering about her, she's pretty much the niece of Master Eon. She's a light swashbuckler, and based on observing her in action, I definitely look forward to playing with her. Next we have Dr. Crankcase. And I'm gonna level with you guys. Of all the villains in Trap Team, this guy is definitely my favorite. Just everything from the way he talks to how he plays in battle just really left an impact on me. And it definitely feels good to see him in figure form. Dude's looking good. Great job on him, guys. Up next, Master Chopscotch. And you know, I'm definitely giving credit where it's due. It's really an amazing feat how developers go out of their way to make something like this so adorable. Really, of all the characters this time around, she's indeed the cutest. Wow, that's a huge axe on her. And the figure's looking great too. The detail is just spot on. No doubt I'm gonna have fun with this one. Here we have Master Starcast. Probably one of the best looking senseis I've seen yet. Dude's got some great detail on him. You can almost see right through him. Honestly, this dude's pretty beast. I only wonder what awaits me with this dark ninja. and I'm really glad I saw him out when I did. Next we have the Chompy Mage, who I'm glad to see has his own figure at last. Before you all start asking, I got him through the Amazon Villain 5-pack. He looks alright, just how I'd picture he'd be. My only wonder is, why is he a bazooker? I think it'd be more fitting if he was a sorcerer, but I think Golden Queen and Cortex already have that taken care of. Love this guy overall. This should be fun. Now we have Taekwon Crow. To be honest, I was really hoping we'd see this guy, and I'm glad he made it in. Though casting him as a fire type just seems very questionable. Aside from that, loving the look of this figure. He looks a little simplistic, but it's fine. I think it looks good enough for him. I think it's kind of interesting to see him as a ninja. I look forward to seeing how he plays out. And now we have the home stretch. Next in line, Hoodsicle. Of all the elemental switching they've done this time around, making him a dark type actually makes sense. It really suits him, it fits him well, and he works very nicely as a Sentinel. And now that we see him in figure form, there's not really a whole lot to say. He looks really good, the detail is awesome, they did a fine job on him, and it's just an overall nice addition to the collection. Welcome aboard, Hoodsicle. Now we're down for 2. Next is Wolfgang. Probably the most iconic and anticipated villain to be placed in figure form, and I'm really glad we got him here. Now my real beef with the figure is just the detail. I don't know, maybe he just looks too basic in my eyes. Not to say they did a bad job with him or anything, I just feel they could have done a much better job. But I suppose they did what they could, and I can't really blame them for that. All complaints aside, another solid figure nonetheless. Glad to see Wolfgang in our hands. And now, the last one. Do I dare say I've saved the best of this bundle for last? This is it, folks. The one, the only, the big bad of Skylands, Chaos. Wow. All things considered, he actually looks a lot better than I thought. They really captured his character very well here. And of course, since he has no element, what we see here is the symbol on his very forehead. Nice. Apparently he's supposed to be the god mode of this game. I actually look forward to that. I wonder what Chaos has up his sleeve. And there you have it, folks. My starting set of characters for Skylanders Imaginators, including Crash Bandicoot. A great way to end November as far as I'm concerned. Everything came out very nicely in the end. And I really hope to have a great time with Imaginators. That's all for now, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I'm out.